Hi everybody, I'm Melba Moore. Now don't go anywhere because Profiles will be coming right up.
Welcome to Profiles. I'm Tiffany Walker. This week's guest is Tony Award-winning actress and recording artist Melba Moore. Her powerful and beautiful 4-octave range has endeared music lovers around the world for more than 30 years. After a short break, we'll join our host Mickey Burns as he welcomes the beautiful Melba Moore to Profiles. Welcome back to Profiles. Melba Moore got her start on Broadway back in 1968 in Hair, eventually landing the lead, replacing Diane Keaton. It's the first time in Broadway history that a black actress replaced a white actress in a leading role. A couple of years later, Melba would go on to win a Tony Award for her memorable performance in Purlie. So let's join our host Mickey Burns on location at Ashford and Simpson Sugar Bar in the heart of New York City as he welcomes the ageless Melba Moore to Profiles.
Melba Moore.
Hi.
Welcome to our show, Profiles.
Oh, great. Great to be here.
Pleasure meeting you again.
Yeah.
We're old friends.
Right.
For our viewers, Tony Award-winning actress and star of stage and screen, and all of that and much more.
Mainly stage.
Yes, and of course for your legions of fans out there, they've been in love with your 4-octave range for over 30 years now.
Well, the range is growing.
Does it?
I don't know if it does. It is.
It is growing.
I don't think it's normal.
But with you, it's getting better. It's getting recently
better.
Performed 2 huge performances at Avery Fisher Hall in Lincoln Center. So, I mean, you've really come full circle, and that must have been a big thrill for you.
Oh, it was really fabulous, especially the costumes.
I bet.
I like to dress up, and I opened with a dress I think should have reminded the audience of Scarlett O'Hara. I had a beautiful big lavender hat. Couldn't see my face, but...
Over the years, you've performed and excelled as a singer in really all areas of music. Not too many singers can say that. You've been...
well, no, I've never done country.
You haven't done... Is that true? Why not?
I don't know.
But you've done popular R&B, jazz, ballads, dance music, been on the charts for decades. And recently now, you have a new CD out, and it's called Nobody But Jesus, and you're into gospel.
Yes, that's new for me. Well, it's not brand new, but I mean, I wasn't raised like most Afrocentric people were doing it, so I feel a little bit culturally deprived, but I guess better late than never. So I've been doing it for the last 10 years.
And tell us a little bit about the CD. I know it's doing remarkably well, and it's getting great reviews, but tell us a little bit about it.
Nobody But Jesus is the title cut, and it's an incredible, beautiful gospel ballad talking about the way the Lord knows you before you even formed in your mother's womb, miraculous things like that, and how He leads you and guides you when you didn't even know your name.
Yeah.
So very, very inspirational. There's a song on there that I've done many, many years that was requested, so I repeated it, The Other Side of the Rainbow, because it's very, very inspirational. It's not religious, but I feel like it's safe to say that the universe was created by God, so it belongs to Him. So if you say Jesus or not, it doesn't matter. You know who you're talking about.
Now, many of the R&B stars of our time started out in the church and with gospel as their root.
Well, that's why I say I feel culturally deprived.
And most of your outstanding, like Patti LaBelle, and really your outstanding R&B artists that started in gospel, many of them do have 4-octave ranges like like you have.
No, that's not true. Not 4 octaves is a lot.
That's a lot. That's right.
But what happens
explain
is
to us, yeah.
they can just do things with their voices that seem humanly impossible.
So it sounds like a 4 octave.
No, it's not the range necessarily. Maybe, say, for instance, James Brown, you know his voice.
Sure.
He doesn't have any range.
Nah,
But look at the magic.
Sure, and what it does to you.
Yeah, or Ray Charles, or, I mean, he didn't have any range. So it's not just a range, it's just something very inspirational and miraculous about people who are grounded in gospel, and of course it's God.
Right, because it comes from...
I mean, mine happens to be range. I don't mind that.
No, but you have both. You have both. You have
I got the funk and the range, okay.
And do you remember when you realized Melba Moore has this 4 octave range? Do you remember when that was in your life?
Actually, I do, because it hasn't always been there. And
Like
I really mean that.
Yeah.
Well, it came like early in my career, you know, before I started doing Broadway and all. It was that much of it was there. But it did kind of pop out one day, and I thought, you know, it's like you throw your voice, and it seemed like it was coming from the other side of the room. And then I started holding it to see where it was coming from, and then it started to get real long, too. Long, high, and low. But now it's longer and higher and lower, and it's more flexible. So it's much more power.
It must do a lot for your confidence when you know you have that ability.
Yeah, because a lot of whether or not you feel comfortable is that you're sure that you can do what you think you want to do. You know, if you're not sure it's there, you're going to be scared. And in the beginning, it takes so much stamina. But once you get strong enough, so you have to keep working at it till you get strong, then it's easy. And then when people look at you, it's like a ballet dancer. Now, you know it's not an easy thing standing up in them toe shoes, okay? But if they do it well, it looks effortless. You know?
Well, of course, you began your career, interestingly enough, not only on Broadway, which we'll talk about in a minute, but you were a backup singer before you were an out front
Well, yes, the first work I did in the industry was recordings and backup singing, yeah.
With the likes of Aretha Franklin?
Yeah, well, whoever was a star in, they let me sing Mahana.
They smart move on their part. Dionne Warwick and Liza Minnelli, just to name a few.
Yeah, yeah.
Did the experience for you as a background singer help you at all for later on in your career when now you were the headliner?
Absolutely, because you get to observe people, you get to actually be with them and watch them do what they do. Also, you learn an awful lot about being sensitive to being part of an ensemble, whether it's singing or working or a team. You know, it's not your vision, it's your job to help the vision of whoever the star is to come true.
Right.
And then when it gets to be your time, you really have to change a whole another thing. And a lot of people cannot make that transition. I know, for instance, I can't really sing background now because it's another kind of a skill.
I bet it is. Some people have spent their whole careers.
And they're really, really good. I mean, if you get a bad background singer, you know what I'm talking about.
You're in trouble.
But once again, when they do it well, it just seems just easy and simple.
I would think it might be harder to be a background singer.
In some ways, it is. I can't do it no more. I mean, I probably could if I really worked at it.
And retrained yourself.
But what's the point of that?
I don't think we're going to do that anymore, Mel.
No.